All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everyone doing? Another beautiful day in God's paradise. Thank to everyone for stopping in and showing up. Appreciate it. Roberta Brown, how you doing? Katie Parker, Mighty Tribe. Let's see. Peter Hanna, good morning. Keto Mike, Jeremy Wing, good morning. And others, Odie, Dilly, Mitz, Mark Stay, good morning. Great day in paradise. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in this world. It is a God-given, spectacular, awesome, amazing day. And you have to start the day this way every single day. You have to get up thinking positive. You got to go to sleep thinking positive. You got to live your life and your day thinking positive, because positive will plow the path of your prosperous life. Good morning, 11 Sealy K5, Carnivore Lioness. Good morning, 4 a.m. in Arkansas. Kiltzy's up 3 a.m. typically every day, bed by 9, sometimes a little later, a little earlier, depends. I hit a curb last night and got a flat tire. And I was like, then it was like, okay, just another day in paradise. That's it. Aunt Ellie, how you doing? Madeline, Roger, Coberna, good morning. All right. To the Mighty Tribe, to Instagram, and to YouTube, Facebook, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate everyone this morning. It is a great day in God's paradise. What are you thinking? What are you imagining? And remember, a thought is the only thing you have in life, and change it up. Megan from NZ, how you doing? Let's see. Shayar, Anthony Nachillo, a beautiful day. Marvin Mallet, enjoy today and think positive. Learn something new from East Texas. And don't forget to get your work boots on today. My good friend Tom Sims in Texas, how you doing today, my friend? Another inspiring human being. Be the inspiration that you want to see and know from others. That's the real trick in life. Gabby Carnivore, Ismic is the brain and water to do. Let's see. Ischemic in the brain. Fasting. Gratitude is the attitude every single day. Fasting is lasting. I say one meal a day. And if you do a 2 to 5 day fast, 3 to 5 day fast is the best. And then a 5 to 7 day fast, maybe a couple of times a year. I think we got to do something different, right? Ash, Problem Mike, how you doing? And again, you have to, the mindset, you got to channel it in, direct it. If you're complaining about what anyone else did to you in a negative way, or complaining about anything in the world, it's only affecting you in a negative way. Remember, God is in control of everything, and God only gives you what you can handle and grow from. That's what this whole story is about. And who's God? Look in the mirror, right, Mike? Vitalius Sivakovas, a beautiful morning. Super J, good morning, Dr. K, in the man. You are the man. Nelson Rodriguez. It's Lisa Sowich and Nelson. Hey, Lisa and Nelson, how you doing? It's a great day in God's universe, right? Think Omnitrope is worth it. I'm 40. I think Omnitrope can help. Somadur may help. Meditation, prayer, positivity, and eat like a lioness, not like a lamb. We eat like lambs and sheep. We become domesticated animals. You are what you eat. Amy, good morning. How you doing today? Great day. Roberta Brown, Amy Perrin, Katie Parker, good morning. 10 a.m. here in Yorkshire, UK. Butter coffee and working from home today, starting with a daily dose of Kiltz, and love it. I love you, my friends. I'm having a little bit of decaf. I'm like in a lot of butter, but I sip it and usually don't even finish it. It's a little like my martini. I have them from time to time, and no caffeine. And the power drinks and all the drugs, and the drugs were directed to be domesticated, addicted animals. Let's see, Linda, rural New Hampshire, Amir, Asmil. Let's see, good morning, NY Ima, Nima, Jagana, 56. Thank you. Kiltz, born in March 12th, 1956, 11:20 in the morning, Queen of Angels Hospital in Los Angeles, born and raised. Eventually, ADHD, OCD, depression, migraines, bowel problems, kicked out of school in a gang, and couldn't read, father in jail. But despite those things, God said, life is good and great, and go on your way and do something magical. And you're doing it, Rhonda Britt. It's a good morning today. I spent some time with Bruno Panucci, and we did a interview him. So if you check out Kiltz's Carnivore Conversations, great conversation with Bruno, a magic young man, and sharing his story on cardiovascular disease, heart attack, and how carnivore saved his life. That's the amazing story. We all have stories. It's all about stories. I was reading about communicable diseases, and what do you think is a communicable disease? Viruses, bacteria, yeast, and right? But I'm wondering if we really need to think about that actually everything we experience in life is a simple communicable disease. We come in contact with other ideas, the meme machine, and then we follow the leader, right? And this plant-based diet stuff is like radically addicting everyone to heroin, cocaine, marijuana, nicotine, caffeine, addicted. That means you can't live without it, but you truly can. And that's what we're here to talk about is how do you live without the addictions? It simply is, I'm not addicted. Start there, the meme machine. You want to change the mindset first. And then you want to go to the carnivore side, the animal-based diet, ABD, versus the PBD, right? ABD is better than PBD. And when you eat the meat, the fatty meat, and you eat less frequently, and you have positivity in your mind always, better day. Can't wait for consultation September. Bonnie Rader, good morning. Let's see. Terry Lynn, Kim Shiro, great day. Thank you for stopping in. Gold Coast of Australia, Jonathan Fay, 654321. Luke is in the house. God is good. God is great. And we have to look at everything that's ever happened in the universe is God's will and God's way and have faith in God. I don't care if you're atheist, agnostic, spiritualist, Buddhist, Muslim, Jewish, Christian, Hindu, Taoist, whatever you want to call it. We are the gods and God's within us, right? Amanda Puff Paff, how you doing? Lexus09, good morning to all. This is a community of carnivore-like thinking, all right? Whether you may not be a carnivore yet, you may not even ever want to be a carnivore in your eating lifestyle, but you want to live like a lion and a lioness. That's what this story is about, the way, the lion's way. I don't like the word diet. Diets are dead. And, I write the word as a diet or nutrition. Diets is the way you eat, and nutrition is what you eat, right? That's it. Healthy eating. I don't even know what that is, Black Caps Premium. Char C, Roberta Brown, PBD is destroying me. PBD is destroying us, right? Plant-based diets. Remember, plants are smarter than you think. Actually, you think they're dumb and they're dead, but they're not. They're alive, and they're putting their DNA, RNA, and their glycans, their sugars, which is manipulating your glycobiome and taking you over. It's as simple as that. Right on. Dr. Boros, thank you, Laszlo, by the way, and Esther. We're talking about whether or not glucose can be made from fatty acids. Now, I think if you just think simplicity, fatty acids break down to acetyl-CoA, and acetyl-CoA can kick out some of the precursors to glucose because you could eat just fat, by the way. And when we talk about fat, we're really talking about adipose tissue. And likely when you eat adipose tissue and eat fat, and that's maybe what I'm talking about, you're getting the precursors to make glucose. You never have to eat a plant, but you have to eat something which contains amino acids and fatty acids. And no animal looks at it and say, well, is that the right macro and micronutrient components? Never have to think about that. Eat fatty meat, eat the organ meats, in my opinion, and you're going to get all the minerals, the vitamins, the micro and macronutrients your body requires. And as you eat, as you are what you eat like a lion, you become that. Good morning, Bonnie Rader. Thank you, Rian, Alex, Barizikiri. I think I got it close anyway. We had a flat tire near Turning Stone yesterday too. I don't. So let's see. The last week, my right rear tire, and I drive a Cayenne, and the new tires went low. So I filled it up yesterday, and then God wants me to slow it down. He says, Kiltz, slow down. I talked to T about it last night. She said, you're going too fast. It says, slow it down. So I send it to the dealer in Syracuse, Rick, and those guys are really great. They take care of me, and it's all good. But again, fatty acids are the smaller components, so that basically a triglyceride contains glycerol, and then the fatty acids, the long chain carbon particles which make up a fatty acid. So ultimately, we're talking about eating fat, eating protein, but you don't eat protein, you eat meat, right? And by the way, plant proteins, I don't even know what they are. I always imagine a protein comes from a muscle, right? But basically, if you eat muscle meat, fatty muscle meat with enough fat, you'll be healthier than you ever know it. That's it. And we're going to continue to have the conversations. Laszlo, Chafee, and Kiltz are going to be talking, I think, in the next week or two, coming on, and we'll talk about all these things. And again, I read all the science and see all the pathways and the science that's kind of like sometimes it's called snake oil, right? Meaning that nothing works in a petri dish. It works within a magical, amazing miracle body like your own. And we have to recognize that all these pathways that we scientifically put back on piece of paper, our theories are not perfect. And so I imagine that acetyl-CoA can make a sugar particle. And glucose isn't the only sugar in the human body, by the way. There are many sugars, but we're going to talk more about this, and we're going to pick out the nitty gritty so we can sort of have fun with it. I don't know the right answer, but meat is less expensive, Megan, than you know. You can buy a half a cow, a whole cow, and you can get the fattiest, cheapest meat. I don't care. Bacon, eggs, butter, beef, eat less frequently, eat one meal a day. That's the very best way. You should do a 2 to 3 day fast on a monthly or weekly basis and a 5 to 7 day fast on a yearly, once or twice basis. It's the best. Flat tire, said Kiltz. Slow it down. Go slow. Go slow as you go. So I love these metabolic pathways. I love to tear them apart and tease them apart because they're not happening in isolation. There's no isolated thing happening in here, right? But I kind of put this together, and we'll put these up that somehow if I can make pyruvate out of acetyl-CoA, which comes from fats, and that means I can make glucose. That's all I'm talking about. And we're talking about fat, right on. Fat is where it's at. And if you're skinny in a famine, you're fertilizer fast, right? All goals, right on. And remember, you're the God. God is within you. I know, you see, the communicable disease is basically the belief systems that we've been pondered and like propagandized to believe that God is out there. God's not out there. God's in here in all of us, by the way. God is in here in all of us. That is the simplicity of the story, the magic of the story. And so read the books, but write the story, and it's your story, right? It's your story. Sally Cleveland, good morning to you. Jason Danger, good morning. Jennifer, Texas Carnivore. It's a morning, great one for all of us. And that is the simplicity of the story. So the more I read about sugars, and you have to read the book on glycobiology. The books on glycobiology. You can actually buy used copies of this, but you can get it for free online. They have it as an open source book. Go to Cold Springs Harbor Laboratory Press, but and you'll see there are just like tons of sugars in our body and everywhere in nature, not just glucose. Glucose is just like one of the players that we've been measuring, and we think it's the most important one. But what if it's not true? What if glucose is just another simple sugar in our body? That's it. Good morning, Donnie. How you doing, my friend? Sean Bailey, good morning from Cobourg, Ontario, Canada. Thanks, Sean, for stopping in. D. Lee. And say hi to my good friend, Bruno Panucci. He's a good man. Sharing. We all need to be sharing your stories. Get yourself a YouTube channel, Instagram channel. Start sharing in a positive, loving, kind, generous ways. This is communicable diseases. And positivity is a communicable disease. See, with you hang out with people who are positive, you're going to catch the bug. It's the bug. It's called the meme machine. And you have to read the book, The Meme Machine. And remember, propaganda by the dictators that want to keep you drugged and domesticated. Enough of that shit, right? From Michigan, Sally Cleveland, Nasima, good morning, South Africa, to learn about the carnivore diet. So I went carnivore at 55. I'm 67. Never felt better in my life. I struggled at a plant-based, animal-based, mostly plants forever. I'm Italian descent. Kiltzy, I know. I'll tell it's another story. Italian descent, love food, hugging and kissing my friends and family. That's all part of life. Touching humanity is part of life. And food is our culture. I love it. And And what I suffered from as a child, migraines, arthritis, psoriasis, inferiority, depression, anxiety, fearfulness. And I finally, as a doctor, I learned that I need to diagnose your disease and I got a drug or a dissection for it. But then what I learned eventually is it's all a lie. It's a lie by the lions to keep you lined up like sheep. But we are so magical, amazing lionesses and lions. That's the simple story to this. And I know you're thinking crazy. Keto Mike, get up. So important every day. Keep moving, have fun, and limit overtraining. That is it. That's it. Alcoholics from my street, Eduardo Barrero. Alcohol is deadly, my friends, and auto intoxication is real. Auto intoxication. Plants and proteins ferment in the gut, and they make alcohol, aldehydes, heat, gas, and methane. The microbes proliferate, and they go everywhere in your body, and they are taking you down. The probiotics and microbes are not your friend. They're your enemy. And keep them at bay. That's it. And probiotics and prebiotics, no way, my friends. Carnivore is the way. And if you check out Kiltz's book, where do I have it? I got it here. Listen, we're really working to expand more people to get Kiltz's Keto as Carnivore. My team is working to make this more affordable and accessible to everyone, and open sources and share them around. You can get digital copies, but I love science, and I question it all. We say what can and cannot, and then I say, well, wait a minute. Somehow my fat's breaking down into something, and triglycerides. Okay, my adipose tissues. Maybe I got to change the word. Our adipose tissue, our muscle tissue. But again, we have to think of tissues, adipose tissues, our musculoskeletal system, the skeleton, the nerve system. But I think we have to think as adipose tissue is not in isolation of just fat droplets of fatty acids. It's a complicated, abundant tissue which contains nerve cells and vessels and even small muscles and things. But each fat cell contains amino acids, sugars, DNA, RNA, mitochondria, all of the things that are capable of making another human being. That's what I mean when we talk about fats, for sure. Good morning, Emilio Cardona. Good morning to you. Gresh Goat, good morning. Doctor and friends, all friends and family. My good friend Mike likes to say it's a community of friends. What's your view on carbonation? The carbonation, only if it's fizzy stuff. Do a little bit, not all the time. Less water. You need to do more water fasting, less water. You make water. When you drink water, dilution, you're drinking too much. Now, if you lose a lot through perspiration or other ways, breathing in and out, air goes out there, water goes with it. But carbonation, this is a carbonation for sure. Every nation in the world is carbonation, by the way. There are no meat nations. It's carbonations, and carbocaine is deadly. Plants are deadly. They want to take you down fast as you can imagine, and they make us addicted. And the communicable diseases are lining up for marijuana, heroin, cocaine, alcohol. Go to the venues that are just sharing a domesticated animal-like lifestyle. You want to be in the rural life of the universe. Good morning, Lisa Marie. It's a good morning. Have a great day. I'm having a great day. You have a great day. And now they're masking up again. Are like, once again, that's a communicable disease. Put a mask on and you have a communicable disease, which is simple. You're following the leaders that want to keep you sheep, meek, weak. And microdosing is deadly. Marijuana is deadly. Mushrooms are deadly of any amount. But another domesticated animal has shown up. You took a lion and a wolf to a dog and a cat. Let's see. Mighty Grand Rising to you, my Juju Berry. Kim Lynch, hi there. Good morning. What are you guys doing to improve your lives? What are you reading? What are you listening to? What are you watching? And what are you inspired by? I'm inspired by life every single day. I'm inspired by you. You inspire me. And as a physician, my job, people come to me with pain and problems. I've got to solve it. I've got a pad of drugs and dissections. But the one thing I've learned, and I probably talk way too much about this, is I ask people what they eat. And they usually say healthy, organic. I'm fine. I eat a healthy diet. I eat plenty of the rainbow and colors and lots of variety. And I'm like, well, is it possible that what you eat is actually deadly for you? Answer is absolute mundo. You are what you eat. Working in the hospital, they're bulking up on staff, don't want to wear those stupid masks again. I don't either. It's dumb. And again, the microbial communicable diseases are secondary to inflammatory conditions and close proximity. The crowds are a problem. Again, we come in contact with too many people, but the ideas that they tell us, like, all the sodas and all the pasta and bread and all the processed foods, my friend, the only one to process your food is God. And it comes from nature and a cow and the whole animal, and using the skins and the hoof and the bones and everything. That's what we should be using. This is Dr. Rob Kiltz in the morning, 5 a.m. Eastern time, but anywhere in the world, it's the Global Mighty Meetup. Positivity, love and kindness, generosity, and this is where the lions gather. And we accept sheep too. And again, we want to inspire those that are sheep that were born lions, the DNA of a lion that is meek and weak because of a plant-based diet, PBD. You've been PBD'd. It's deadly. You want to ABD yourself instead of PBD. Clock strikes 5. Kiltz goes live. We love your cups and gratitude. Oh, Kiltz cups, and Malcolm's on this morning. We got some good stuff. I'm going to be on with Stephen Thomas and Richard Schmidt coming up on Keto Carnivore, but we're going to talk about the glycobiome. The glycobiome. It's a big, thick book, but it's like greatest, amazing science you'll ever learn. Ask anyone about glycobiology. The function of glucose is glycosylation, not for direct energy and ATP. It doesn't go into the TCA cycle to make ATP in order to make ATP. It goes in there to make fat. And acetyl-CoA and fat is where it's at. And basically, my bet is these systems go back and forth all around. Depends on the metabolic environment and depends on the temperature, the pH, and all the other glycans that are hanging around. But we're going to be talking about that. And keto is just an on-ramp to guess what? What's keto an on-ramp to? I'm going to put this up. Like, this food is this food's food. This food is this foods. You see, the problem is we've made food entertainment instead of making entertainment, painting, pottery, music. And you got to become discerning about what you put in the mind and the mouth and what you believe the propaganda of the world. Right on. Strike at 5. Paulette Hasty, good morning. Good morning to you. Updates about Sarasota office. Okay, I'm leaving for Sarasota today. Inspection for the ORs Monday. We're doing some embryo testing in the IVF lab this week, next week. It looks like sometime in September. We're hoping for starts early in September, but stay tuned. It's rocking and rolling. I'm working on some other locations in America and globally. And remember, we are global fertility. That's it. File charges on my local authorities for learning about the chip in me while being on the, let's see, in on me nonstop. I know Miss T. Annie Boyd, is that it? M. Stiff Annie Boyd. They need to file charges on my local authorities for learning about the chip. And you know what? It's in our phone. It's everywhere. And who doesn't carry their phone everywhere? They don't have to put anything in you. You can't live without this. I can't live without it. It's like, where's my phone? Yesterday, Tia's data thing was off and her phone was not working right. I said, well, I guess we got to put it away. Sarasota's coming. Linda Bate, Brooks Silverbrand. How you doing? Good morning. God morning. God morning. Carl Moxford, is charcoal on meat from fire barbecue carcinogenic? I don't think so. Again, it's like I eat the roast meat. I don't always burn it, but I don't think that's a problem. Remember, you put charcoal in your body, and it's a antitoxic, right? They give you charcoal if you took a poison, right? Maybe it's good for us. Again, plants are the predator, and we be the prey. That's it. Okay, Kiltz live at 5 a.m. Eastern time, but it's a Global Mighty meetup for all those that want to come over to the carnivore side. And listen, I'm 55 when carnivore and 67. Had I done this in utero, if my mom had realized that plants are poisons for us, which then damages our DNA, our brains, our organs, our reproductive organs, which leads us to a life of sheep. But men and women, boys and girls, young and old, and moms to be, eat the fatty meat. I say bacon, eggs, butter, beef, Kiltz's ice cream. Yes, ice cream from time to time. See, most people don't know. Most people don't know the baby's way. Diets are dead, and the way is the lion's way. And that's what I'm sharing. We're all lions. Let's see. Good morning, beautiful Michigan. Patty, Fred Montanez. Good morning. Where are you guys at? What are your stressors and your successes in life? And we all have challenges, failures, faults, problems. Got a flat tire last night. I backed up into a curb and all right. These things happen. It's all good. Go with the flow. Carnivore for 9 weeks and feel best ever. Met a cousin for a beautiful birthday walk on Monday. Found out she's also carnivore for 2 years. See, only 5% of humanity can be carnivores. And I welcome 100% of the lions that are sheep to come on over and be the 5%ers, right? The 5 a.m. 5%ers of the universe are lions. And anyone could be that. You choose it at any time in your life, by the way, but you're born that way. Previous vegan and healed her failing thyroid and hair loss. Plants are the predators and we are the prey. Simple story. And if you're drinking alcohol of any significance or frequency, that's dumb too. Don't do it. It's not good for you. And most of us are making alcohol from amino acids and sugars in the gut. M. Stiff and Boyd, San Pedro, California. Kiltzy and Dad and Tom and Maria Ann used to go crab fishing there. During my lunch break, 2 a.m. in California, Deborah, RN. Listen, to my RN, MAs, LPNs, NPs, docs, night and day, doing a hard job. But what I've learned is that we're lied to by the lions. My story is simple, is that when I became a doctor, because I believed in the path of what we were being taught, and then my friend Dave Kilmer dies of cancer. My sister dies of diabetes. My patients are getting pregnant on this diet called paleo. And I'm like, what the hell is all this about diet? It has nothing to do with your health and wellness, right? My friends, the simple thing is we are lions. Eat the fatty meat. Stop eating fruit, fiber, vegetables, seeds, and nuts. Deadly. And all this almond milk, oat milk, coconut milk is actually poisonous to our lives. Deborah RN, say hello to all your colleagues there. And we are lions. The people that are in the ICUs, the emergency rooms, they're feeding them plants and they're killing them. They are we. We are the ones. The mighty hospitals are feeding our families mush and keeping us weak and meek. Aren't we done with this shit? Yes. Done with it. Jennifer, still waiting for my used copy from eBay for Essential Glycobiology. Again, tear it apart. Glucose is not the master of your body. Fat is. When I say fat, fatty acids, adipose tissue, you can make everything and anything from your fat cells. And without it, you're dead. You're dead, sorry, fast as can be. Glucose is not the energy for the mitochondria. And we've got all this science based on a belief in glucose and a belief that insulin is in order to put sugars into your cells. No way. Insulin's job is to make fat in the liver, and that is it. And the job of the liver is to make what? To make fat. Fight with dietitian about mac and cheese being shit food for patients. Unbelievable. I know. Look at, and the see, you can't at a hospital, it's the nutritionists, it's the lobbyists, but men, it's the moneyists. Now, again, I have no problem with making money. Go out there and make the money. But what you want to do with your money You want to be the master of helping the next generation become healthier and better in life. Again, you want to fill the bank with money and sit on the beach and watch TV? Deadly. Get to work. Be an RN, LPN, a doctor. Be a healer of life, an acupuncturist, a massage therapist. But what you need to understand and learn is carnivore is the way. Sorry, my lamb friends. I'm sorry. And again, you want to be a vegan, vegetarian, Mediterranean. You want to believe the diatribe of the dictators that want to keep you addicted to plants, which ferment in the gut. They fuel the bacteria and yeast, and they go everywhere, and they're taking you down. And then they make alcohol to control you. And then they tell you to go buy marijuana, go buy ayahuasca, psilocybin, and all that shit. Done with that. Steve, SC3, Captain Carnivore, Conover, good morning to the tribe. And remember, an empty gut brings a full life. That's why fasting, see, when you fast, if you do not have an empty gut, you're not fasting. You must have an empty gut to be fasting. And what I mean by that is the stomach and the small intestines, as long as they have digesting food in there, they're sending amino acids and simple sugars to the liver. Fatty acids are going to the lymphatics, and fat is where it's at. And obesity causes zero diseases. None, nada, none. Done. Alexandra, Nikki Douglas, Michael Selly, good morning. Correction of your life is critical for longevity. A correction of your liver is critical for longevity. Strive for long, happy life and a great, healthy liver. You see, almost everyone has liver disease if they eat a high plant-based lean meat diet, because amino acids and sugars glycate the liver cells. The hepatocytes get damaged. The insulin cannot convert the amino acids and sugars fast enough to fat, and your insulin and your amino acids and sugar levels go up. Not glycosylation, glycation, which is rust all around your body. And insulin levels go up. And then we blame insulin. Insulin is not your foe. It's your friend. But you're damaging your liver by eating sodas and power drinks and even coffee all day. I'll give you a sip of a cup of coffee, but make it decaf if you can, but minimize to maximize, and you are the master of your life. All right, and we're going to get these so you can buy the Mighty Spears, but you can't take them on the airplane. Sorry. They do break apart, by the way. And they're not, these are titanium, amazing steel. My good buddy, Tosh, makes them. We're going to get some, but you can get the mighty tribal emblem and join KMT, Kiltz's Mighty Tribe. And we're going to put it where you like a $20 donation gets you a cap, right? Cap, a shirt, a book, or something. It's the Mighty Meetup. Come on over. The liver, you see, type 2 diabetes and all metabolic syndromes is caused by liver damage. The liver is so sensitive. Mushrooms, vegetables, fruit, fiber, seeds, nuts, and amino acids. Deafeningly. Francis, good morning to you. How you doing? Hello. Let's see. I can't pronounce all the language. I apologize. And we need to, everything I speak should be automatically converted to every language that you want, or sign language, or something that we can all hear and get up. Open up a CNY in California. On my board. Virginia, Orlando, California, Texas, Michigan, Maine, where else? But again, talk to your OBGYNs and say, hey, can you partner up with CNY Fertility to make fertility care the most affordable thing in the country? Because there's nothing more magical and important in life than reproduction. Too many men and women are suffering, and the suffering begins in utero, because moms are being told to do a plant-based lean meat diet. And I'm sorry, the American College of OBGYN recommends plants over red meat. Bacon, eggs, butter, beef, and salt is the master meal for the humans. I'm sorry, it's Steve, SC3, faith, fat, fitness, fertility. The faith, fat, fitness, and fertility. Eat the adipose tissue. And again, the rarer, the rawer, the better. Lions live like that. Kate Ingram, so happy. We are blessed in this beautiful life. The luck already happened when you were born. That's it. Sean Bailey, carnivore, on June 20th, my A1C 9-1. 246 pounds. I've had an autoimmune issues with entire life, and I felt like they were slowly killing me. A1C is 7, 220. Again, this is rocking amazing. You don't even have to measure, but I know people want to measure. You measure it, you're the master of what you see. Remember, you are the lioness and the leader of your life, no one else. Kiltz is not. I'm not a guru. I'm just another human being that poops and farts and pisses and burps occasionally, and sometimes Tia's like kicking me out of the house, or at least out of the room, and says, go sleep on the couch tonight. Okay. Yes, dear. Again, we're human beings and we are all alike. I'm sorry. I don't care. We're not different. You may have a different belief system and you might contain a few genetic differences that have some environmental factors that are going to be different. But ultimately, last I looked, we're all made out of stardust. Right on. Last week, you did my wife transfer. Fortunately, it doesn't look good. 2 pregnancy tests, and they both are negative. The last, okay, don't give up. Text to get to the team. We're working on a texting system that everyone can text a central line, get in right away, get connected with more people, helping. And we're working on sort of a membership and maybe a crowd sourcing to keep the CNY fertility moving. Many people through COVID stopped paying on their payment plans, and that's hurting the mission. So we're really working and going out there, and the mission is, please, if you owe something to CNY fertility, I know it may not have worked and it may have been hard, but we need the fuel to keep the mission of keeping it affordable. I don't want to sell to a venture capital company that's going to say, where's the money? Or I love and respect them, by the way, and all this M&A, and I respect and love them also. But I want this to stay the way we're doing something unique and different at CNY Fertility. Katie Parker, RN2 at gestational diabetes and last pregnancy, went keto, control blood sugars, and they told me eat carbs, which didn't instinctually feel right. I lied to them that I was eating their carbs, but was told I had the best numbers they had ever seen afterwards. No surprise to me. So lie to your doctors. It's okay. Right on. Stayed off meds through diet control, but didn't continue with it after. Pleased. So pleased. I have discovered carnivore and I will never go back. Lions lead, sheep be the feed, and the dictators of the world are dictating the drugs and dissections and all these things to lose weight. My friends, carnivore is the way. And way to go, Katie Parker. You're amazing. And again, join Kiltz's Mighty Tribe, Keto Meat Tribe, baby, whatever you want it to be. And I'm sorry I'm not getting a shout out to each and every person every single day. Keep coming back, keep sharing. You hear 1 minute, 5 minutes, a whole hour of power, doesn't matter. We're on recordings, so you can find us later in the day. Sean Bailey, amazing. Again, I don't care if you're 95, your grandmothers, your fathers and mothers, your sisters and brothers, we are all lions. You are what you eat. Pig, cow, or sheep, or lions. And remember, there are only 5% of us in the world. And do you want to come over to the 5% club? Welcome to the 5% club. Angela Wheeler, good morning to you. Bob's Pistols and Pater, good morning from North Texas. The love and light to all. Remember, you're the shining light through the thoughts you think. You're the shining light through the thoughts you think. If you're chastising anyone in a negative way, you're hurting yourself. Don't do it. Judge not lest you be judged, or judge with positivity every day. Right on. Love to see more research doing carnivore post-stroke. Thank you. Jackie Doer, I'm sorry. There is a lot of stories. See, the stories of the real research. Ask humans what they did to heal. And you've never seen anything more amazing than carnivores and fasting. Faith, fat, fasting, a fertile life. And again, if it's making a baby yourself, or you're just practicing to make a baby and you're not ready yet, or you're done making babies, but you still want to practice, the lion's way, happier, harder, hornier, all those things happen in our lives. But again, if it's not having sex, sensuality, it's about just feeling the very best in this most amazing life. That's all it is. And again, not with the drug. Let's see. Hashimoto's is reversed. All the diseases are reversible. Check out Reverse TV series with Kiltz and Baker and Bella and Chafee and many others, by the way. And, the list goes on. And again, thanks for the shout outs, the subscribes, the likes, the follows. I appreciate it. And again, you may not like Kiltz. You may not love me. It's okay, but I love you and I like you. And I know that this universe is built for your very best adventures. Write the books, sing the songs, and be the joy and happiness you want to see in others. So simple. Love East Texas. Love light. In person, James Lewis, addictive personality and able to drop previous bad choices. You don't have an addictive personality. You have addictive thinking. Addictive thinking is just something you could change faster than you know. Every time says you just have an addictive personality. My friends, change the thinking. You got to work on the mind as well as the mouth. That's it. Is it possible to do the same, eating as clean as possible and drop body fat as low as? No, you do not want to be skinny. Sorry. Losing body fat is not the game here. The baby's way: bacon, eggs, butter, beef, Kiltz's ice cream, salt, one meal a day, and faith in God. Faith in God. And look in the mirror, and there it is. So simple and amazing. Mark Hirsch, good morning. Always great to see you, Mark. Maureen, let's see. Is there any info about carnivore and SLE lupus? All over the place. Look at Ken Berry's stuff. Look at Judy Cho's stuff. Look at Sean Baker's stuff. Again, the stories are growing and growing and growing. Every disease you know is secondary to plants and protein and lack of eating fat. Peace. Beris means peace. Peace, my friend. Beris, let's see, D3K2. Gorillas. We're not gorillas. We're humans. We are lions and wolves. We came out of the trees and stopped eating the grass and the leaves and the fruit and the fiber and the vegetables. We went for the mighty meat, and we learned. We invented human hunting, just like we learned from the lions and the wolves. But what we did is we made the weapons, and we made the way, and we are working as a tribe, the mighty hunters. All right. Let's see. Oh, I wanted to read, do away with judgment and the notion I have been harmed. I have been harmed is done away with. Do away with the notion that any harm is itself, and the harm itself is gone. Again, every time you complain, they did this to me and they took my money or they made me this way, my friends, you made it. They made nothing, because you're the maker of the story. See, the meme machine is within you. I have a magical personality, James Lewis. Say those words, and 3 magic words, and you have to read. Oh, I always got to go down to my books, read the books, right? Blunt tubes. All right. Where is it? Where did I put it? Do I have it here? Although sometimes temporarily we believe in darkness, that's called addictive personalities. It's darkness. You are not addictive. We know the darkness is not self-existent, but only an absence of the light. When we come into a dark room and turn on the light disperses the darkness instantly. If the darkness were real, it might somehow pile up in a corner and wait soon to overwhelm the light. But it has no power of its own, only the false power we give it by our own error thinking. Love is the cure. Feelings of rejection and loneliness are only the absence of love waiting to be fully expressed. Feelings of negativity, heaviness, and the darkness are only the absence of spiritual light. Feeling of weakness, inferiority, and inadequacy are but the absence of spiritual power realized. Feelings of being adrift in the wilderness of life are merely the feelings of being separated from the presence of the Christ. Lo, I am with you always, Matthew. Remember, the trick of the universe is everything is a gift by God in order to be the training grounds of life. Then when you give it up to God, that's the magic that happens. Dr. O'Mara, have a conversation. Ken Berry just interviewed him. Wow, this man is going backwards. He calls is alpha. You call is lion. I love being part of this tribe. Eat the meat, be the master. We are lions through and through. And you see, the keto world wants to keep us weak and meek. I know it's a start, though, because we all started we're born into a plant-based world because our moms ate plants, which caused the addiction in our brain and the feeling that you're inferior or you're addictive or you're fearful and you're incapable. But what you want to do is change the mindset of the master way. And the universe is built in you. And I will tell you that, see, the visceral fat is not the cause of disease, by the way. You build visceral fat and you build the perirenal fats and the retroperitoneal fats and the intramuscular fats and the subcutaneous fats to survive the famines. But the problem is you're damaged and diseased because you're constantly eating smoothies and shakes and healthy, like plant-based proteins. There are no plant-based proteins. They break down to amino acids and they're deadly. Sorry. We're going in for a second IUI this morning. Angela Wheeler, CNY Fertility. I have an amazing nursing team. My teams are so effing amazing, and I'm grateful. And is it perfect? Yes. Perfectly imperfect, because this is the way of life, right? Destiny, good morning. I'm scrolling up and down. I'm sorry I'm missing some, a wave and shout out to everyone on Dr.Kiltz and CNY Fertility. I appreciate everyone stopping in. Always, always, always. I question all the science. Remember, these metabolic pathways are happening in a petri dish and someone's like scientifically proving them, but they're not happening in isolation. There's all of these organ systems working together. That's the amazing part. Acetyl-CoA in the liver can make glucose all day long. I bet, one way or another. Now, again, we're having conversations. I'm finding all these things on online and Googling all this stuff, or however you find it. Private Tim Hall. All right. Phenylalanine, valine, tryptophan, threonine, isoleucine, methionine, histidine, arginine, lysine, leucine. These are the ketogenic 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They say 10. I thought that, the ketogenic amino acids, basic amino acids, histidine, arginine, and lysine. The branch chain amino acids, leucine, isoleucine, valine, and essential amino acids. There are nine essentials, 13 keto, 13 glucogenic amino acids, 5 ketogenic, and 2 both. The amino acids all go to the liver and they're converted to fat via insulin and a good liver. Fatty liver disease is caused by eating a frequent plant protein-based meals without adding the fat. You got to eat the fat to suppress the inflammation and suppress your appetite. Brenda Weldon, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Amanda Puff, how are you feeling after 9 weeks? I wish I had discovered this 10 years ago. Listen, we discover it when it's meant to be. Never wish for yesterday to be anything that it was. Be grateful for what it was because God gave it to you. And you have to faith in God. I don't care if you're Christian, Muslim, Jewish, Buddhist, Hindu, Taoist, or atheist, or you're still in the middle of the roadside. Got to come on over. Let's see. Wow, this man aging backwards. Yes, he is. And again, he calls as alpha. I love that. You call lion. Lions and alphas lead. And I agree with you, by the way. And Baker, Barry, Bella, Chafee, and Sean O'Mara, I love. Again, I think if you're seeing all the visceral fat and you want to change it up and losing it, but it's the brown fat. It's the amazing stuff, the beige and brown fat that's really, really important for all of us. All right. Your limits to success are defined by the agreement you've made about what's possible. Change that agreement and you can dissolve all these limits. This is my good friend, Wayne Dyer. But what are you reading? What are you watching? What are you listening to? I've been finishing up long book, Jane Buxton's books. It's the Great Plant-Based Con. Great, amazing book. We got to get Sean O'Mara and talk about it for sure. You see, we got to think about fat as adipose tissue and our muscle tissue and our bone tissue and our brain tissue rather than amino acids, simple sugars, and carbohydrates, because they just don't work in solitude. It's working together. Please don't be anti-mask. So many people died. So we are. Do you wear a mask when you operate? Well, of course I do, because that's the mantra to do it, Alex Valentine. But again, if you go carnivore, you will heal better. And listen, you choose to wear a mask, and we do whatever the mandated says, I guess, right? Really? I don't think we proved that masks prevented COVID or any diseases. I'm sorry, haven't proven that. And I guess in some ways we have many other techniques in our world of surgery. But yeah, I think when you're in an open wound, breathing and spitting into the open wound because you're talking is not good. I think that during a masked surgery and gowning up is critical, but haven't proven in the rest of our lives, not yet. I think you need to publish a carnivore glycobiome book, Kiltz. We would sell plenty of those. We're working on it right now. Kiltz is working on the Kiltz's glycobiome. It's a game changer. Stardust Luna, good morning, Kiltzy and everyone. Sean Bailey, how you doing, my friend? Again, they're just masks, and they're masks. You see, it's like everyone wants to be like everyone else. Put the mask on. Who are you? Just one of the dictators directed, domesticated drones. That's it. It's like, oh, everyone should mask up. Dictators directed for domesticated drones. We become. Acts is something everyone should read. Acts, you got to read the Bible. You got to read the Bible, the Holy Bible, the New and the Old Testament, the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita. You got to read them all because that's our story. It's human story. Which one's right? You choose, not me. I don't know. Masks are very unhealthy. Yeah, like I think again, mandates are is dictatorship, and we're done with the dictators of the world, are we not? We need to make your life great again, right? It's simple. Realize you're the lion. Our form of control, no shame if you choose, but masks don't stop shit. Choose them if you want, but they don't stop shit. Conform. Be a conformist. The lions are not conformists. We are not in the carnivore conformist world. We're in the carnivore creative, go your own way world. Be you. Remember that we were 50,000 years ago, vegetables were survival food. They were like, say, hey, he died on the mushrooms. He died on the marijuana. Like he's always on that coca leaves. He doesn't get anything done. And then we ate him for dinner. We plumped him up on coca leaves and all the fruits and vegetables. And then we ate them. We plumped up our neighbor. And we fed them lots of plants. We used to do that, didn't we? We were eaters of humans, and now they don't eat us, but they feed us the stuff that makes us sick. And then dictators, around the globe. I'm sorry, you've got to be your own lioness and lion. You've got to take control of yourself, my friend. 200 grams of butter daily. You got to eat the butter, the fat. Get rid of alcohol of any significant frequency. Get rid of coffee, tea of any significant frequency. And certainly the power drinks, get rid of them of any significant frequency. This world, you need to change it up. Jennifer Pistols. All right. Carnivore keeps life calm, no stresses. Tell people go exercise if you feel a spike in stress, but carnivore keeps us calm. And you got to lift the heavy weights. That's all you need to do. All you need to do is lift the weights of life. And the heaviest weight you lift is your worry. That's why I go right to the Christ-based teachings. If you can find a copy of Christ-based teachings, get it. And I'm working to get these published again because it's one of my favorite books in life, the Christ-based teachings. And whether it's Jesus, Muhammad, Moses, Abraham, it doesn't matter. Find something that's kind, generous, loving to all humanity. 554. Oh my God. Your body is always changing its physical elements. It is not the same body which you had 10, 20, 30 or more years ago, because yours is not the same mind which you had 10, 20, 30 or more years ago. As your mind changes, so does your body change. As you grow continually into new truths, new elements from the spiritual will come to renew the body. This is one of my great reads is Prentice Mulford, The Gift of Spirit. If you haven't read The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, you must. A really great read. And then I find every book that she wrote that book out of, and I read every book. And then I go to every book they wrote their books out of, and realizing that none of this is new. It's ancient, but it may be new to you. Go for a walk. This is a walk about life, right? Faith first. fatty, fertile foods. You got to eat the fatty tissue, the adipose tissue. You're not eating amino acids. You're not eating fatty acids. You're not eating simple sugars. You're eating the organs of an animal, ABD, animal-based, ABN, nutrition. Maybe I like that better. The animal-based way. It's the way. Not diets are dead. That's what I don't like the word diet. The glycobiome, look up glycobiology, Linda Reuter. Glucose is for glycosylation. It's a critical component like fucose, mannose, xylose, N-acetylglucosamine, N-acetylgalactosamine, and many other sugars. You see, people don't know that amino acids are to make protein, and sugars are to glycosylate a protein particle or a fat particle or another sugar particle in order to give its proper function, shape, like electromolecular function, its pH, all those sort of things. I'm Googling, but still unclear on that. How does it work? It's complicated and it's simple. See, sugars are your barcode. Without them, you're dead. And so when you eat fatty meat, sugars come with it. Amino acids come with it. Fatty acids come with it. All the DNA and RNA, all the building blocks of you are built in your fat cells, in fatty animal cells, but they're not built in plant cells. The plant cells contain the toxins and the excessive sugars that are antigenic. You see, different cells contain antigenic properties, the glycobiome, the layer that coats every single cell of your body. And that coating says, I'm a plant cell, I'm an animal cell, I'm a human cell, I'm a goat cell. So the cells say who and what I am, and inflammation starts right there. That's the craziness. Go to drkiltz.com, Linda Reuter, and look up glycobiology. I'm always pulling papers. I got hundreds of papers all my reading, but I wanted to get one of the quote in here from my good friend Prentice Mulford. You do literally wear your predominant order of thought in your flesh. That's it. Every negative thought you have, you feel in your flesh. That's it. And then you make the story of what you think of whatever it is. Be wearing masks, I question why, and why are they so fearful? Again, listen, when you're carnivore and eating less frequently, faith, fat, fasting, faith is the fertility way of living. Eat less food. Be able to say, no, thanks, I ate yesterday. No, thanks, I ate last week. I'm good. And listen, you make water when you make ATP and CO2. That's it. The research showing the breakdown of mask will affect the pulmonary respiratory system going forward. Yeah, I don't wait for research at all. I'm doing my own research. I'm talking to other human beings that have done something that is radical and different. This is a really good paper. I think I get Malcolm to come up and get a bunch of these in there. It's called Glycans Are Key Factor in Self and Non-Self Discrimination, Impact on the Breach of Immune Tolerance. Glycans. What's your glycan? It's more powerful than anything you know. And everyone says, eat a high protein diet. Deadly. Don't do it. Lockdowns and mandates are coming. Just say no. We've got to be strong. We've got to say, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Arrest me. Put me in jail. Done with that. And then they're going to feed you mush. And then you're going to go on a fasting, a food eating strike, right? And then they're going to say, oh my God, what is he doing? He should eat the mush. They feed prisoners, peasants, slaves, and soldiers mush to keep them weak, meek, and domesticated following animals. No to the bullshit every day, Linda Denton. Thank you to my friends. The bullshit of the infinitesimally small leaders that are trying to lead the world, but we lions have to influence all of us, right? Be it RN here, fourth year PhD student, like proper human diet, right? Piled high and deep. But no, I'm kidding. Listen, we got to keep learning in life. Never, ever, ever, ever stop learning, even beyond your grave. Whatever you're sharing, publish it and put it out there. And you don't have to make sure no one else touches it. Put it out there, put it out there, put it out there. Knoxville, Tennessee, meet up with Lisa. I'm hoping to be there in Knoxville. I got it on my calendar with Lisa, and I think Ken Berry's going to be there, and Kelly Hogan, I think, Rhonda Britt. Let me know. I got it on my calendar. Sean Bailey, feeling amazing energy, finally sleeping at night, waking up feeling good, healing endometriosis, rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, repeated infections, had my first pain-free period in life after carnivore. Carnivore is kick-ass, and let's inspire all men, all women, young and old. You got to eat the lion's way. And I'm telling you, the plant-based way is propaganda, keep us weak and meek and addicted and diseased and drugged. And now they're telling everyone, well, just use marijuana. You'll be fine. Fucking dumb. Dumb. Registered dietitians perpetuating the myth that carbs are required in optimal diet. I know that. Why are the registered dietitians? Because we've got to get in. We've got to make our own registered carnivore way, but we should make it a day course. Everyone gets a certificate and not make it cheap as shit. So, and listen, Kiltz's Mighty Tribe as a course, we're going to give you a certificate that you've joined the course, you've taken the test, you passed it, you got your nutritional carnivore certificate, the Lion's Way. Why are lions? We are lions, not sheep. Have a good day, and thank you, Kiltz, for helping to lead the way. We're leading the lions, and we're leading the sheep, and you want a lion leader for sheep. But if you stay lamb too long, you're going to be meat. Mostly beef, occasional chicken and fish, pickles, onions, sauerkraut. I don't recommend pickles, onions, and sauerkraut. Keto custard, no. Those are carbohydrates, and those are deadly. Fatty meat, salt water. That's the way, Deborah. I'm telling you, I know it seems, when you do the shit with, like, oh my God, Maribel Simone de Guzman, good morning from California. To my California friends, Kiltz is born and raised in LA. He's got a place with Brother Ray in Irvine. Brother Ray, you can find him swimming at the beach every day. And amazing inspiration for me and all of us. Tracy Gale, good morning from Canada, 68 years young, 2 months carnivore, feeling fantastic. Amazing, Tracy Gale, all around the globe. Enough of being the domesticated, dictated animals, the drones. We're done with being the drones. We're done with that. Lions lead, sheep be the feed. Jennifer, your bright colored t-shirts available in 100% cotton due to the 105 we get in Texas. I will get those 100% cotton due to the, yes, we got to, Malcolm, put a note, 100% cotton, and making it affordable, accessible for everyone. And we're going to create a donation slot so people could donate to CNY Fertility so we can keep the mission of affordability, access, quality for everyone. Absolute mundo. Angela Wheeler, we've been struggling to conceive for almost 2 years, one of the hardest journeys to go on. Absolutely, it's a struggle. But guess what? My ideas of keto carnivore are crazy and fasting and faithing. Faith first, fertile fatty foods, fatty meat, not lean meat. Eat one meal a day or less in order to reduce the glucose load and the amino acid loads to your liver, which ultimately are the killers of your life. And I've seen so many women in their 40s and late 40s having babies. How? Being the lions, the carnivores. Yes, every day. Good morning. Would love to see you open in Texas. Active duty Army, and unfortunately travel and vacation are few and rare. Stephanie, I've got Texas on the board. It's on the light. And again, we're here to do things in an integrative way, loving, kind, and generous. But my idea is I've seen so many people get, and if we could convince the adolescents and the pre-adolescents and the post-adolescents, again, every age, and moms, if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, you got to eat the carnivore way. And I use the carnivore way because it's ABD, animal-based dieting. Transfer 2 abnormal embryos, low-level mosaic together. Yeah, no, you do it together, holy home body. I've seen, listen, testing an embryo is not accurate enough, in my opinion. You might use it sort of to pick which ones to transfer. No bullshit. Bullshit. If I smell bullshit, that means there's a meal locally around. Right on. So bullshit means it's lion's food. Right on. That's it. I have a meditations by Marcus Aurelius. And it's like it's falling apart. This is how much I read this book. I keep these around me. I read them every day, Mike. Like this, you got to read the ancient texts of all humanity to see the humanity in all humanity. And this is a crazy game changer for all of us. I'm on a few minutes longer because I don't have any 6 o'clock. Oh, okay. I'm going to get this in 1 minute. I'll call you right back. Okay, bye. All right. All right, everyone. Thank you. I just want to make sure I give a quick shout out to everyone. Thanks for stopping in. What are the books you're reading, listening, watching, things you're watching that are inspiring, not negative? And again, get away from the ayahuasca, psilocybin, mushrooms, microdosing, the marijuana. It's bullshit, my friends. It's going to keep you down. Multiples, one miscarriage does it. You're fine, Holly. You can transfer multiples and you'll be fine. It still improves your chance of delivering. But one embryo is still a great way to do it. But putting in more embryos is ultimately may help, not hurt. Good job. God bless to everyone. Amanda, don't have social anxiety anymore. No more anxiety medications. I don't drink alcohol. Don't feel the need for it. Mood stabilized. Depression, ADHD vanished. Carnivore changes your life. And as a physician, my job is to help people heal, get pregnant, have babies, be healthy, and make love to your partner to have a baby. That's the primary way. But if you need an IUI or IVF for some reason, CNY Fertility is here to help. These are crazy ideas. But if you know someone suffering from PCOS, from endometriosis, endometritis, from damaged tubes, damaged uterus, fibroids, adenomyosis, just to name a few of the reproductive disorders, or hypothalamic amenorrhea, go carnivore. Carnivores are fativores. That's it. May God bless you and your work always. Thank you, Linda Denton. Appreciate you and everyone out there every single day. Fasting the last month and have lost 25 pounds. Kate, keep the fasting going. Faith and fasting is fertile and fit. And again, treat every other human being with love, kindness, and generosity. There, again, you don't own anyone. You don't control anyone but you. And every thought you have creates everything out there. And it creates the magic miracle within you. That is it. All right, Jennifer, Texas, carnivorous needs to be honest to doctors. Carnivore honest to doctors. Tell them you're carnivore. Okay, Jennifer, you're right. You got to tell the truth to the doctor. Listen, I only eat fatty meat. That's it. Whether you're keto or carnivore, be honest. Let them know. If they want to chastise you, say, thank you, doctor. I appreciate you and I love you. I come here because I got to get my baby delivered at a hospital. No, you don't. There are plenty of other ways to deliver babies, and home deliveries are growing with the proper people to guide you through it. That I think is really good too. But you got to get rid of the inflammation, and carnivore and fasting is the way. But that is true. Be honest with the doctors so you can teach them the way. And they're like, wow, what are you doing? We got to share the story. That is it, Jennifer. Thank you. Eat the gristle. Absolutely. I chew on the gristle. GFR went 58 to 70 weeks. Again, you can reverse kidney disease, reverse liver disease, reverse brain disorders, reverse all the things your doctors have said, lifelong. It is not lifelong. It is only temporary because you're being poisoned by marijuana, heroin, cocaine, nicotine, caffeine, alcohol. They're deadly, deadly, deadly. Don't do it. Be the lion. Be the leader of your life. That is it. Good morning, Texas. Any updates on location? We're working on it. Stephanie, absolutely. He viewed it as radical change, but he can't deny the results that are good around it. We need to be the change and share them. Jimmy, how you doing? My pleasure, my friends. Mama Jackson, you're wonderful. Thank you for everything you've done for me. My pleasure to everyone, by the way. Listen, we're all imperfect. We sometimes get mad, sad, emotional. Okay, we're human beings. But humans are lions, not pigs, cows, or sheep. Linda, amen. Former vegans, please make a YouTube channel showing your healing on carnivore. All of the vegans, vegetarians, Mediterraneans, if you're healing on carnivore, your job is to make your own blog. Make your own blog. Grow your own way. Share the way. Lions lead and sheep be our feed. We want to invite all the sheep to lead. That's it. There are plenty of sheep to eat. What book were you just reading from? Let's see. Oh, which book was I reading from? I got so many books here. So I got Marcus Aurelius Meditations. I've got the Gift of Spirit from Prentice Mulford, and the Christ-Based Teachings by Don Curtis. My favorite books. All right. And if you go to drkiltz.com, all my books are there. Women Knew That Carnivore Cure Can Cure. Well, that, Angelo, it's our job. Your wish is my command. And you wish it, it shall be. But you wish it in what you see it. I see all the carnivores showing up and feeling healthier and healthy. That's why the meetups are so amazing. That's it. Amazing, amazing. Good morning, Jacqueline. Richard Strickland, carnivore 90 days, sober for 3 years. Under stress, I have some extreme craving for booze. Ice cream or other sweets negates the cravings. Have Kiltz's ice cream. Listen, I think it's okay to have some ice cream from time to time. Again, listen, I don't call myself addicted or anything. I personally might have a sip of very filthy, dirty blue cheese stuffed olive martini, but rarely. And stress is good. Carnivore is the way. Go right to the fatty meat. But I make some Kiltz's ice cream. No sugar required. Eggs. You can put some bacon bits on top of it. Enjoy it. Absolutely. And losing weight. Why do you want to lose weight? You want to use your weight. You never lose weight. You use the weight of your body. That's it. The fat is critical, and without it, you're dead. Just let's do a meetup in Austin. We need to do it, Krista. Absolutely. We're working on all the meetups, the mighty meetups of the universe. Esther, good morning. Thank you for the email from Laszlo. Appreciate it. We're going to continue talking on this stuff. It's so important. From Kenya, Alaska. Let's see. Kenai, Alaska. Is that right? Totally clueless how this is possible. Listen, I'm possible to everything and anything. Remember that. And what are you reading? What are you watching? What are you listening to? It builds the mind game. That's it. Thoughts on statins, deadly. Cholesterol is good for you. High fat is good for you. They're lying to us. They're lying to us. Maggie, good morning to everyone. Again, have a great day. I'm just switching through. Steph Bickford, thoughts on vaccines. You got to make your own defining decision about that. I got it early, but I won't get it again. That's it. Mask wearing is deadly. Go for it. Be proud. Listen, be what you want to be. And I agree with that by Alex Valentine. Choose what you want and wear what and do what you want. And that's all that matters. Don't listen to me. Let's see. You do, Alex. Alex, it's good. Bhagavad Gita. It's a great one. Love the Bhagavad Gita. Let's see. Cannot fail at being who you are. That's correct. There is no such thing as failure. I got an F. It's fantastic. Yay, you did something. That's it. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Lots of good questions. Honestly, never read any whole book. Rarely even read. Just wasn't. Listen, JG, then listen to books. You got to read them through and through. That's where the magic is. It's okay. Former fertility specialist man, me a metformin without testing for PCS. Can you explain the need to have it? No symptoms. You probably have a lot of metabolic disorder. I agree with, but I would say go carnivore. That's it. All right, my friends.